I'm going to show you how to make upside down pineapple cake. Everyone makes it differently. There's some that use brown sugar, but I find it too sweet. I had to experiment a lot to finally get it the way that you like it, because you can make it a number of ways. But the way I found was easiest for me is I don't buy the whole round pineapples. I buy the chunks, because when you do holes, it's actually supposed to be a larger pan, the wide one, but I used it to cook. So if you put the whole pineapples and you try to cut it, it doesn't cut right. So it starts to fall apart. So I experimented and I used chunks and I cut them in halves, because the chunks are like that wide. So I cut them in half so it'll look like this. And then I spread it. Well, first of all, let me tell you about the ingredients you'll need for the cake. You'll need water, vegetable oil, and 3 eggs. You'll need a spatula and a whisk and a bowl. So you'll mix all of those ingredients together, and it's pretty simple. It doesn't take very long. And you'll prepare this pan. The pan you're going to have to really oil on the bottom, so I use shortening. There's also a pan that sprays butter. So I add the shortening over. You don't really make it thin, because when you try to flip it, it gets stuck and it'll stay on here. So I use the shortening, no flour, and then you spray the pan spray on there, and then you start to add your pieces of pineapple, and then your cherries. The reason my cherries are small pieces is because when I make this cake, my kids see it cooling down, they pick out all the cherries, so there's none like left. So what I do is this large cherry, I actually cut it into 4s. So that way you have them all over, and when you cut it, you'll get a piece in each. So it won't look like this. I mean, you can always make it the way you want it, but you just spread it around, and then once you're done with that, you'll pour the batter over it immediately, because these will start to move. So pour the batter in until you're ready to put it in the oven. And don't really cook it according to this. You're going to try and darken it a little on the top. So it's usually about 40 minutes if you're using a propane oven. If it's an electric oven, it cooks faster. So what you need to make sure it cools all the way, because you try to flip it when it's still warm, it's just going to fall apart. So let it sit there for a good 25-30 minutes. You can always put it in the fridge if you want it to cool down faster. And you slice it up, and it's ready to serve. Like I said, I don't use the brown sugar, only because it's way too sweet, and you can always add other things to it, I'm pretty sure. But that is my demonstration speech for today, and this is the end result. So there's at least a cherry in each piece, and there's pineapples, and nobody's allergic to pineapples.